Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, today again we are going to analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty as well. Well, before analyzing the Nifty and Bank Nifty, let me tell you one thing. If you've seen my yesterday's video, then there I told you that Nifty is indicating that it is going to go up and Bank Nifty was indicating that it is going to go down as per the open interest analysis. Well, it was an interesting phenomena and I already told you that there was no clear picture in anyone's mind that where market is going to go, and they were taking covered calls. We have seen the FIS data also. So what happened in today's market? Well, the same thing which we have expected last day, means there was no clear picture, hence market could not move much. Means earlier it has moved up, but thereafter it has just stopped, means like it has just gone down, but it didn't go much negative. If you see, there was a two reason majorly. So the first reason was that RBI told HDFC to stop issuing credit card, means new credit card to customers. So that's why this HDFC pulled down the Bank Nifty. And if you see the tomorrow's news also, then tomorrow on the 4th of December there are some major announcements are going to be made. That's why there was some contradictory scenario, hence market could not move much. Well, that was today's market. Apart from that, we will be analyzing stock wise data as well, so that we will be able to find out clear picture. Well, still HDFC didn't fall much because HDFC is a strong stock. So first we'll be analyzing market movers. Well, whoever moved the market. And what do I mean by market movers? Well, the stocks which gained greater than 3% or the stocks which lose negative 3%, less than negative 3% as well. So let's analyze one by one. Now let's discuss the stocks which are in the news. Well, ONGC gained 4.18%. Well, why did it gain? The main reason is oil demand is increasing and oil price is also increasing. So this company is going to get some profit out of it. That's why this is gaining. Now if you talk about Asian Paints gained 3.8%. Well, it has disclosed related party transactions for the half year yesterday. So from that day onwards, it is gaining, and today also it gained 3.8%. If you talk about Maruti, then Maruti gained 7.33%. Well, it is a huge gain. So if you see, earlier it was gaining and thereafter it was consolidating from 26th November 2020 onwards. Well, thereafter this news just came in. Maruti Suzuki India board changes model to be manufactured at Toyota Kirloskar motor plant, and then these stocks moved up. NTPC gained 4.22%. NTPC looks to buy 1 gigawatt of wind projects, and today it breaked out. Well, this news is not of today, but when this news came almost 1 to 2 days back, at that time this NTPC tried to break out, but it could not break out. But today also investors has seen the opportunity, since the power demand is going to be increased, then they have invested their money and the stocks increased today. Hindalco gained 4.03%. Well, from November 2020 onwards, it is continuously gaining. So if any stocks is in the move, then definitely it will gain for couple of days. And maybe for 1 or 2 days it may be in a loser category, but still it will be gaining till some bad news comes. If you see the SBI India, then it has gained 3.83%. Earlier it was consolidating and today it did break out, and it did break out very heavily, means 3.8%. If you talk about Bajaj Finance Services, well, from November 2020 onwards it was gaining. Then it was consolidating from 20 to 2nd of December, means 20th of November to 2nd of December, and today it did break out and it moved 3.83%. Well, it is a good gain. UPL gained 3.1%. PI Industry overtakes UPL as biggest chemical stocks. So that was the news for today. Thereafter the stocks started gaining. Now we'll be discussing upcoming meetings. Well, these meetings are very important. Yesterday also we have discussed that today HDFC meeting is going to be held, and today the RBI has imposed some limitation on HDFC, then this stocks has fallen. So meeting is also one of the major part of our Nifty analysis. Well, if you see here, ITI is going to hold the meeting, that is annual general meeting. VLS Finance Limited, so actually they are going to give some dividend, and Websol Energy System Limited are going to announce their quarterly results. So look for the opportunity. Now let's move for the next events. So what are the events which are going to be held? Well, this will be the events which will be held on 4th of December. Well, these are the major events because RBI is going to announce interest rate, and they are also going to announce reverse repo rate, cash reserve ratio, deposit growth year on year, foreign exchange reserves, bank loan growth. So maybe tomorrow's market will be volatile. Don't make the positions nearby spot price. Make the positions far away from the spot price because there will be volatility tomorrow. After this announcement, market will move suddenly, maybe in the negative direction or in the positive directions. And thereafter, if you will get this opportunity, definitely you are going to earn a good amount of money. As far as today's events concerned, well, there was market service PMI November announcement was there. So it was actually 53.7 current value, and the previous it was 54.1. The degrowth is not that much. That did not affect the market because it was almost same. Now let's move to the next, index change and VIX. So if you talk about index change in VIX, then VIX is 19, which is low because below 25 is low, and if it is below 25, you can sell the options and make money without any major losses. If you talk about Nifty, then Nifty ended up at 13,133. It made a high of 13,216 and low of 13,107. Total percentage wise change, it is 0.15% and total change is 20.15. If you talk about Bank Nifty closed at 29,448.75. It made a high of 29,813.00 and low of 29,379.40. So percentage wise change, it is minus 0.05 and point wise change is minus 14.40. Well, here we are discussing Bank Nifty move. So let me tell you, majority of the falling of the Bank Nifty happened because of the news breakout about HDFC. So that's why news are important, because if you're looking for a bigger opportunity and stable opportunity where you will surely gain, then definitely you should look for the news. Now let's move for the next, which is Nifty open interest. So if you talk about Nifty open interest, then put has been sold more than call. So what did it say? It says Nifty will go up as per the weekly pictures because it is the total OI, means total open interest. So it was actually expiry date data. So for the next expiry, it will change. If you talk about total change in OI, then you can see these both are in the negative. Well, why these are in negative? There is one reason, because whoever made the positions earlier, they have squared off the positions out of the money, because out of the money anyway it is going to be zero. So they have to gain more than what they were gaining. If you have sold on Wednesday, then Thursday it is going to be zero. So you don't have to wait till it becomes zero. So if it is away from like 2 points, then definitely you can square off and sell next expiry, so that the next expiry decrement will be more than what today's expiry decrement will be. So that's why this is negative. So if you'll see the Thursday of almost every expiry, scenario will be something like that only. Now let's discuss about Bank Nifty open interest. So Bank Nifty open interest, well, call has been sold more than put. So Bank Nifty is saying I will go down. So it is as per the today's expiry data. So maybe in the next expiry it will change. But as per this two data, you can easily analyze that there was no clear direction about the market. Now if you talk about the Bank Nifty total change in OI, then it is showing that put has been sold more than calls. So if put has been sold, it means the market is going to go up. So today's scenario was that they wanted to make Nifty move up, but when the news came up, then they have to change their view about the market, and then they had to go with the market, because if news comes and still you are against the market, then definitely you are going to lose your money. Now let's go for the next analysis, which is Nifty open interest distribution. So if you see the Nifty open interest distribution, then you will be able to analyze that the support is at 13,100 and the resistance is at 13,200. Well, these are very close value because 100 points gap is there. Why is it like that? Because it is of today's expiry data. So today's expiry, what people do, they just close down the position near spot price and they try to earn as much money as possible. So suppose in the morning they were taking the gap of 200, means 200 below spot price and 200 above spot price they were selling, and when the time just arrives near 3 o'clock, they close their position near to the spot price and sell the stocks so that they gain more. That's why the support and resistance is that much nearer. Well, it doesn't indicate that what will be the tomorrow's picture, but still it is giving you a fair idea that what happens on the expiry. So on expiry you should see the data of next expiry. That will be always be a good practice. So tomorrow again I'll be taking the new data and I'll be showing you. That's not an issue. So change in open distribution, well, it says something like that. Not a much of meaning if we discuss today's market because the expiry is already over, but still we have a overall view how market reacted, so that on the next expiry we will have the same thing in our mind, that how market reacts on the expiry, so we can make some predictions and we can make our positions or square off our position. So here this is the change in open interest. So if you see the support and resistance, support is just 13,100 and resistance is at 13,150. So this kind of scenario will be there on the expiry if the volatility is not high. In that case, the support and the resistance according to the open interest will be very nearby, maybe 150 to 100 points only. Now let's discuss Bank Nifty open interest distribution. So according to the Bank Nifty, you can see the support was at 29,000 and the resistance was at 29,500. But still, if you see the difference between 29,000 and 28,000 open interest contracts, then it was not that much huge. So people were expecting that market may move down, and also they were expecting market may move up, so they have sold 31,000 also. If you see the difference on support 1 and support 2 and the resistance 1 and resistance 2, you can see the difference of open interest, and open interest difference is very minimum. So they were expecting that market may become volatile and move fast. So in that case, they were making the positions very far away from the spot prices. Now let's discuss bank change in open interest distribution. So bank change in open interest distribution will look something like that. Here you can find out support and resistance. Well, support was at 29,400 and the resistance was at 31,000. This support and resistance will not matter much for the tomorrow's market. So this support and resistance we are taking from the today's market will be closer support and resistance. So what we will do? Well, we'll be considering our support and resistance based on the chart majorly, because chart says the exact picture on the expiry date, because on the expiry date you will see support and resistance will not have much gap. But if chart wise if we will see, then definitely there will be a much gap. Now let's discuss FII cash activities. So FII cash activities, if you will see, then today FII bought more than they have sold. So that's why the market has gone up in the morning. Still it was somehow positive. But let's see tomorrow, because tomorrow there is a major events. So there will be announcement from the government. So tomorrow market will move suddenly. It may go down or it may go up. Now if you see the next index, FII future and option activities, then it says that both net purchase of the future and options, they have squared off the positions. Well, this kind of graph you'll be able to see on expiry. Why? Because most of the options which are being sold out of the money contracts, that will be squared off and they will be making new positions. So definitely you will be seeing that there will be some reduction in the position of FIIs. Well, there is one more reason to that, because tomorrow there are going to be major announcement. Now let's move for the next, which is our final support and resistance. For discussing final support and resistance, we have analyzed open interest, change in open interest, but we didn't see for the chart. So now we'll be looking after the chart and we'll be finding out what will be the support and resistance according to the charts. First, let's analyze this data and find out where the support and resistance as per this chart. So as per the Nifty, the support is at 12,997 and the resistance is at 13,174. So you can see here Nifty has taken support many times and it is the next resistance as well. So that's why it is the support, and if you see this level, then there Nifty has consolidated or it could not break this level easily. So this is the resistance. So the resistance is 13,174. Now let's see Bank Nifty support and resistance. So you can see this level. So Nifty could not break this level easily. So this is the support. Here it is supporting and then it is moving up. So we are talking about immediate support and resistance. We are not talking about long term or short term support and resistance, because we are going to trade tomorrow also. And on tomorrow's market, we have to see whether this support is going to be break or not. Well, this Nifty and Bank Nifty will respect our support and resistance. So our support for the Bank Nifty will be 28,972 and the resistance will be 29,970. And let's analyze this. So if you see the FI and DIS data, well, if you see the cash means equity market, FIs bought today. So that's why market has gone up, and month till date they are buying. So last month also they have bought, and DIs are selling, cumulative as well as today also. And last month they were selling. If you talk about F&O, means future and options, there is only FIs data are available. So if you talk about future alone, then in future today they bought, and from till date they were selling. That's why there was some positive vibe in the market, and market has gone a little bit up, and it has not ended up negatively. If you talk about index options, in options also they are buying month till date as well as today as well. From the today's market analysis, we'll be predicting where will be Nifty for tomorrow, what will be the range for the Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So final support for the Nifty will be 13,100 and the resistance will be 13,200. Well, if you talk about Bank Nifty support will be at 28,972 and resistance will be at 31,000. Well, we have analyzed the market based on the today's scenario, but let me remind you that tomorrow there is going to be an important announcement. So please see to that, because if any bad or good news come, in that case the support and resistance might break out, and on that breakout you will be earning huge profit. So what you do? Well, I recommend only selling. I don't recommend buying. So what you do? Even though if you are making the positions against the market, make the positions 400 to 500 points away. And if you are not able to analyze the live market, if you are not able to see where you have to make the positions, well, follow my Telegram channel. There I'm updating my positions, my profit and loss, and whatever analysis I am doing here. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and consider subscribing this channel.